Okay, EET 114, I'm going to show you how to do complex number calculations using the calculator. We're going to do some simple ones and then some ones that are a little bit more complicated. I'm going to use two apps here. I got my phone showing on the screen on the left, and this is the Excel, some of the examples I went over on the right. So I'm going to use CalcEn and Calc 36, which are both free. I think Calc 36 has some ads in it. We're going to start that one up first. I'm going to clear everything out. Hit the clear button. Problem 37 says convert the following from rectangular to polar form. I'm going to pick 4 plus J3. So 4 plus, and there's a button right here that you toggle through pi, E, and I. That's pi, 3.14. And then E is the natural number and I is the imaginary number. The calculator uses I. You notice in the book we use J. We use J in electrical engineering because we don't want to confuse J with the current I. So we use J because that letter isn't being used for anything. So I'm going to toggle through this, see how I'll put in an I up there, and then I'll put in a 3. That's the answer in polar form. This is rectangular. The way to toggle between the two, you hit the mode button, hit complex number mode, and then they call it a complex number, which is really rectangular form. You hit enter again, that takes you back to rectangular form. So to do another one, we're going to do minus 1,000. And notice I used the negative button here, not the minus button. I don't think it matters, but that's the one I always use when I want to make a negative number by itself. Plus I 4,000. And notice that I have it in engineering mode. You could change it back to regular mode, but right now it's set to engineering SI mode, but you could put it in fixed mode and it goes back to let's see, maybe it didn't take it. Fixed mode. And then maybe I got to hit enter again. There it is. So now it's in fixed mode with 3 decimal places. So if I want to convert that back to polar, then I go to mode again and I go to complex number mode, pick polar, go back. It didn't change anything. I got to hit enter again to make it change. So this is it in polar form. Now I'm going to show you CalcEn. So we're going to do the same thing, 4 plus, and then this uses I that has its own button, and you have to hit the times symbol before or after the I multiply times a number. So 4 plus I times 3 equals 4 plus 3I, and then to flip this, right now it's in rectangular, to flip it in polar, you just hit that button. And it's 5 at an angle of 36.87 degrees. It can go back and forth like this, which is pretty easy. Let's do another problem. 42 angle of 0.15 degrees. So 42 angle 0.15 equals. Now that converted it from polar to rectangular, as you can see there. And then when I want to convert it back, that's what it looks like. So it's 42 plus 0.11 I. Now, let's do one that's a little bit harder. 8 times 10 to the negative 3 at an angle of negative 220. So 8 times 10 to the negative 3 is 0.008 angle of negative 220. This is it in rectangular form, and going back to here. If I wanted to do that here, I'll do the first one. So I'm going to clear everything. 42. And then with this calculator, to enter in a polar number, you have to hit the second, and you hit the complex, and then you hit the angle. And then I can go my 0.15, and then that's it in polar form. I want to go, this problem wants to go back to rectangular, so I hit mode. I convert it back to what they're calling a complex number. Again, that's rectangular. There's an ad for me. I'm going to hit enter again. That is it in rectangular. And then to do that other problem, this is a little bit easier with this calculator. 8, and you hit the EE button, that's to the power of 10. So pretend that's like 10 times 10 to the power of, I'm going to put in -3, which is what that's asking for. Then go into the angle and put -220 in there. And there it is in rectangular coordinates. Minus 0.006 plus 0.005 I. Now moving on to problem 42, if you want to do add and subtract complex numbers, I'm just going to do the first one. You have to use these parentheses. So I'm going to, let me clear this out. Hit the parenthesis exactly like they have at 9.8 plus J 6.2. Again, you don't have to put the time symbol. You can if you want to in this calculator, but you don't have to. Then minus parenthesis 4.6 plus I 4.6, enter. And then that is what this looks like when you put it in rectangular form. If you wanted to do it in polar form, you just hit mode, and go back, change to polar, go back, hit enter again, and then that's it in polar. In CalcEn, if we wanted to do this problem, same thing. You use the parenthesis button, 9.8 plus I times 6.2, and then end parenthesis, and then minus parenthesis 4.6 plus I times 4.6, end parenthesis, equals. There it is, 5.2 plus 1.6. To flip it to polar, that's how you do it with that number. You could just flip it back and forth. Pretty easy. Let's do 43B. And we'll start it in here. So let me clear this out. Not really sure how to clear this calculator, so I'm just going to restart the app. 43B is 42. What? Oh, sorry. You gotta put parentheses around everything to make sure that it knows it's a complex number. 43 angle 45, end parenthesis, plus 62 angle 60, end parenthesis, minus 70 angle of 120, end parenthesis, enter. That's it in rectangular. This is it in polar. And then back to the other calculator. Again, I'm going to clear this out because I don't want it to confuse anything. I'm going to do it the same way. 42. And they both have their strong points and weak points. 42 angle of 45. And again, you got to make sure your calculator is set up for degrees instead of radians. We pretty much exclusively use degrees in this course. Rarely use radians, if ever. 62 angle of 60 minus, notice I'm putting parentheses around everything, 70 angle of 120, yeah, in parentheses. There it is in polar, and then to convert it to rectangular, if I wanted to do that, I go to the mode button, change back to rectangular, hit enter, there it is. Now, just to review, if you want to change, make sure you're on degrees on this calculator, you hit mode, you hit your angle unit, and then you make sure that that's on degrees. On the TI-89, I don't have a picture of it, but actually I do have a picture of it. Hold on. Okay, this is a picture of a TI-89, which is what I use. And there is an I character right here. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure, but you hit the second button. That's what it's called, the second button. It's this yellow button. And then you hit the catalog button to give you the I. I can't perform that on the screen, and then here's the EE button for powers of 10, and then here's the angle button right here. So you hit the second button and the EE button to give you angles, and then your parentheses are right here. So it's pretty similar to the TI calculator I was using, this calculator here. I like the TI-89 better, but I don't have a version that's free on the phone. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more examples. Let's do this adding. Oh, we already did 43B. So let's do multiplying these three together, or maybe make the last one a division. I don't have a problem set up like that, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So let's take 42 and an angle of 45 and multiply it times 62 angle of 60 and then divide by the last one, negative 70 angle of, what is it, 120. There's your answer in rectangular mode, and then in polar mode, it's going to look like this. Okay? And then going back into the other calculator, doing the same thing. So we're going to have 42 angle 45 times 62 angle 60 divided by negative 70 angle of 120. And there's the answer in rectangular, and here it is in polar. 37.2 angle 165, which is what, 37.2 angle 165. So that should be a good demonstration of how to do these calculations on your calculator, complex numbers. You're going to be doing a lot of them, so get familiar with your calculator, know how it works, your different modes. Um, like I said, the TI-89, it also has a mode button, so it's kind of it's similar. I mean, this is a TI version, but it's an older one. And again, I like using my hand calculator better, but this is how you do it um, on your phone if you wanted to use an app.